Hey folks, welcome back to Simple Details. My name is Johannes Fleming, and today we're going to be talking about window film or window tint. Now, the reason why we use the terminology window film here is because the films that we use to put onto the windows, they're 100% functional. As you already know, we utilize the whole line of Xpel products, and the line that we use for window film will be Xr Prime. And that's the Xr Prime Xr and the Xr Prime Xr Plus. Now, just to go into a little bit about film and the differences of why we go with only Prime Xr line of products. We all have seen it. We have a large amount of high volume tint shops out there, and we all see the specials that advertise on the radio. We see the billboards. And for specials of $150, $199 tint specials. When you're looking at films, typically those films that are being charged at that amount, typically what they're putting onto your vehicle is what we call dyed film. Dyed film is an actual sheet of film that's dyed to your specified amount of darkness to give you that desired look that you're looking for. Now, what are the benefits of dyed film? It's not much really to go ahead and talk about, other than the look that you get initially when you put the film on on the vehicle. It will give you next to nothing of UV ray protection, and then it would also not provide you with any kind of heat rejection. So the only benefit you really are going to get from that type of film is the aesthetic looks. Now let's talk about the aesthetic looks. Because of the lack of protection that film is going to provide you, UV ray or heat rejection, that look that you're looking for, that blacked out look, that darkness and that added privacy that you're getting from that is only going to stand for a certain period of time. All right. Over time, while the sun's UV rays continues to beat on the film and everything that's inside of the interior, then what's going to end up happening is that the look that you're going for is going to fade along with it over time. So we've all seen it driving down the road, looking at the back of someone's windows. You see that purple film that is bubbling or peeling. It's not a great look. So that's the adverse effect of going with a dyed film. Now, the other thing is, very huge misconception that a lot of people have about window film is that the darker that you go with your film, that the more heat you're going to reject, which is totally false. The heat rejection really comes down to the type of film that you're applying to your windows. So for those individuals who are going for the dyed film and just the aesthetic look, and they're going with a 20% darkness, some people even put 5%, which is very, very dark, and have the belief that because they're going that dark, it's going to eliminate all the heat from coming into the vehicle. It's going to actually give you the adverse effect, all right? So the darker the film, the more heat it's going to absorb, and then you're gonna have what we call the greenhouse effect, where it's gonna trap all of the heat within the cabin of the vehicle because the windows are rolled up, right? So this is the reason why on a hot summer day, even though you have your windows tinted, that your car is still every bit of 110, 120 degrees. Inside, the leather seats are hot, you have to let it cool down, you can't sit down with shorts. These are issues that you run into when you have dyed film installed on your vehicle. Now, let's go back to XR and the reason why we go with Xpel Xr Prime line of film. The Xr Prime Xr Plus and the Xr by itself, they're both what we call nano ceramic window film. Nano ceramic is the technology of the film that we're putting onto the vehicle that is going to provide that very, very high heat rejection. So as you've seen on our website, we offer only 2 levels of window film. Again, going to Xpel Prime Xr, which is going to provide you with 88% heat rejection, and then we have Xpel Prime Xr Plus, which is going to give you 98% heat rejection. And that's my infrared light that's going off. But those are the only 2 films from Xpel that we do offer here because they are 100% functional. And the functionality that we're referring to is the UV ray protection. Both films will provide you with 99% UV ray protection, which is going to protect all of those sensitive materials that's within your car, such as your expensive leather seats, all of the belongings that you leave in your car throughout the day, and then also, your dashes and so forth. We've all seen, the dashes all melting and so forth and so on. Those are, again, issues that you run into when you have the full blunt of the UV rays beating onto your dashboard and all the other materials within the car. Then the other part of the functionality, as I just mentioned earlier, is the heat rejection. You get the 88% or the 98% heat rejection, and the best thing about it is no matter where you go in the color spectrum, whether you go with 70% darkness, which is basically near clear, that is the film that we will choose to put onto a windshield if someone opts in for our windshield tinting service. Or if you go down to 5%, no matter where you go from 70 to 5 or in between, you're going to get the same exact heat rejection throughout the entire spectrum. So that's the beauty about the film that we use here from Xpel, is that it's going to provide you the great looks that you're looking for. It's going to provide you with the protection that you're looking for from the UV rays. And then also on top of that, on those hot summer days, it's going to keep the cabin of your vehicle very cool or manageable to the point where you are not having to use your AC for an excessive period of time, or waiting for the seats to cool down to be able to get drive and get to your next destination. So what we're going to do, as you probably have seen, this is the full what we did with the R8. We applied the 70% onto the windshield, and then we went with 35% on all windows other than the very, very back window that covers the engine bay. So now we're going to get the 98% heat rejection all the way around, and then also gives us that good look that we're looking for and that privacy. If you want more information about our window film tinting service and what's the best application for your vehicle, feel free to contact us at simpledetailsva.com or give us a call. We'd be happy to go ahead and schedule a free consultation with you and then go over the different options that we do have available. Until next time, keep it simple.